So, guys, I forgot to record this. I feel very bad about that. These are the square roots. Why? As Ashley said, any number, x, can be squared. X times x is x squared. So since I have every number here, these must be the roots. When I square them, I multiply them by themselves to get the perfect squares, which are up here. Now, remember, x squared is x times x. It gives us a square with x on each side. What then is the square root of x squared? Well, that means square root of x times square root of x. What does it equal? Well, you can see that it equals x, and this is y. Let's say I put 25 in there. Square root of 25 is 5, times the square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So what we are trying to say here is if I take the square root of any number and I square it, I get that original number back. And here is the example. Okay? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like, again, I do not want to hear an answer yet, because you are all more than capable of punching this into your calculator and can easily find the answer. That is not what I am going for. I am going for an estimate. How would you estimate this? Now, listen to me again. It is an estimate, and the subject of that sentence was how would you estimate it? So is it really possible to do this wrong? No, because it is your estimate. If you have nothing to say here, then you really want to pay close attention when I start writing out the notes, yeah? All right, Karina, what was your idea for estimating the square root of 68.5?
Well, I looked at the number that the number said it would fit between above.
Uh-huh.
68.5 goes between 64 and 81.
So there was 64, there was 81.
So their roots are 8 and 9. So the root of 68.5 is somewhere between 8 and 9.
So, since 68.5 lives in here, the square root must live in here. Does that make good sense? Does that make good sense? Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Now, can we go better than 8, between 8 and 9? Because how many numbers indeed exist? Infinite numbers exist between 8 and 9. Yes? So how can we give a better estimate than between 8 and 9?
That it's closer to 8?
It's closer to 8
Than 9.
than 9. Why is that, James?
Because it's 68 instead of...
Because 68.5 is a heck of a lot closer to 64 than it is to 81, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does everyone agree?
Yes.
So let's look at this situation. This is a space of 17, yeah? So halfway would be 8.5, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So that would be 72.5, yeah?
Yeah.
Halfway between 64 and 72.5, that's about 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
And isn't half of that 4?
Yeah.
So that would be about 68, wouldn't it? And that's a quarter of the way along this line, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So is a good estimate 8.25.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's check. Now we can go to our calculators. Square root 68.5 equals 8.28. Is that a pretty darn good estimate?
Yes.
Yes. Does everyone see how it is done?
Yes.
Everyone cool? All right. Now listen to me. I'm going to show you this in one more way that is even more of a precise estimate. Everybody with me on that?
Yeah.
So we had the first estimate, which Karina made. It has to be between 8 and 9. Is that a good estimate?
Yeah.
Because estimate's just a guess. Yes, are we happy with that?
Yeah.
Great. Then I asked, how can you refine it? And James came up with, well, it's got to be closer to 8 than 9. And I said, why? And he said, well, because 68.5 is closer to 64 than 81. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then I said, can we refine it even more? And I said, well, halfway between the two was 72. Halfway between 64 and 72 was 68. So we said it's about a quarter of the way along here to get 8.25. Is everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you the most, it sounds weird to say this, but the most precise way to estimate this. Okay? So we start with Karena's model, which was 64 to 81. It had to be between 8 and 9. So we started at 8. Yeah? And then, how many steps on the number line exist between 64 and 81?
Lost.
In whole numbers,
Oh,
James.
seven-
On the
seven-
number
seven-
line. 17,
seventeen.
right? There's 17 steps, right? And how many steps did we take? 4.5 steps, yes? So I took 4.5 steps out of how many possible? 17. Does everybody see how that works?
Yeah.
Now, would we ever write a fraction with a decimal? No. How do we turn that into a fraction that we like? What do I have to do to fractions to keep the value the same? Multiply. If I multiply this by 2, what do I get?
8.
9. And that's allowed, isn't it? Whole number. But if I multiply this guy by 2, what do I got to do to this guy? Multiply by 2. 17 times 2 is 34. Cool?
Yeah.
And that is the best estimate we can give. Does everybody understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's really common sense, isn't it? There can only be 17 steps, and we took 4.5 of them. But we're smart kids. We know we can't have a decimal in the middle of a fraction. So we multiplied everything by 2 to get rid of it. Everybody got it? Mm-hmm. Could I have multiplied by 10 mm-hmm. and done 45 over 170? Mm-hmm. Would I have been okay with that? Mm-hmm. Sure. Everybody good?
Would you have taken away a mark for that?
No.
Okay.
Because this is an estimate. Everybody cool?
Yes.
All right. Now let's look at this. Now remember, all of these blanks are there for what reason and what reason only?
To help you.
To help you think. Must you fill them all in?
Nope.
No. But if you are completely lost, this will help you. All right? So, I want you to give me a good estimate for the square root of 13.5 without touching your calculator. You can do it over here in the white space any way you want, or you can follow the blanks. I don't care. Your choice. Go. I'm deafened by the sound of scratching pencils.
16.
It's exactly like what we just did, and you all told me you understood it, and you wrote down these notes.
Times
Try.
9.
No, Omar. Try.
16, 9.
Don't talk to me.
9.
Fill this in. Try.
That's like almost an exact nail of that.
I don't want the answer yet, Omar. I am going to help you out by drawing this right on the screen right here. That is all you should need to complete this question.
Okay, so I was right.
The first thing I'm going to do is fill in the blanks because these blanks will get you to the right answer. Where does 13.5 live? Right in here, yes?
Yeah.
Between 9 and 16. So it's between 9 and 16, which means its square root must be between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16, correct? That makes sense, right? Because if my square lives up here, my root must live right below it. Everybody cool?
Yeah.
All right. Now, that means the square root of 13.5 must be between 3 and 4. Is everyone okay with that part? Okay. Is 13.5 closer to 9 or 16?
9. Wait, no, 16.
16. So that must mean the square root must be closer to
16. Wait,
the
no,
square
4.
root of 16, which is
4.
4, than it is to 3. So root 13.5 is between 3 and 4 and closer to 4. Does everybody follow the thinking to answer this question?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, if I wanted you to answer it more exactly, we would know it was 3. And how many steps between 9 and 16? 7. And how many steps did we take to get to 13.5? 4.5. Is that allowed?
Yes.
No, we can't have a decimal in a
Alright.
fraction, James. So it would be 3. What would I do with that?
Times by 2.
Times by 2 to get 9 over 14. And that would be the best answer you could give me. If you did all this on the left, would you have to write out all the sentences? No. If you just showed me what I wrote in red, would you get full marks?
Yeah.
Absolutely. This gets you an A. This is all I need. What if you do this? Then you earn my undying gratitude and you are more than ready for grade 10. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You must understand this. You will be better math students if you understand this.
Okay.
Does everybody follow me?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys try 51.5. You've got the line at the top of your notes. I'm going to redraw the parts that matter. Those are the parts of your number line that matter. You can do this either way. Fill in the blanks or attempt it the more complex method. I would like to ask if anybody has the cojones to come up and take the magic pen and try to fill in the blanks. Karina? Come on down. Please remember, the microphone is on.
Am I required to speak?
No, you're not required to speak.
Okay.
Can I announce it?
Go ahead.
Karina sits down at the table, takes a deep breath, and gets ready to go. The crowd hushes in anticipation as Karina takes her first crack.
Okay, you don't need to actually touch it.
Already she is confused because drawing on this thing is harder than anyone thinks.
No, it's like the dot appears magically.
Yes, but you can still touch the screen, Karina. You can still touch the screen.
Yeah.
She is open with the square root of 51.5 being between 49 and 64. Are we happy, class? Yeah. Excellent. She has achieved a good start. She is off and running. Which means, of course, that the square root of 51.5 must be between the square root of 49 and 64. That is 51.5 square root must be between 7 and 8. Since 51.5 is closer to 64 to 49 than 64, the square root of 51.5 must be closer to 7 than 8. Thus, It is between 7 and 8 and closer to 7. And Karina has done fine work. And the crowd roars with appreciation. So lame. I can't even believe it.
Yeah! Oh, yes!
Here is one of your classmates with the backbone to come up in front of all of you.
I've done it.
None of you... easy to say, Mr. Kozlowski.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Easy to say.
Give me a number,
I feel
don't
like
Tougher
he has enough
to
energy
do.
to, like, run, like, you know, like he'd be the next Terry Fox. He has that much energy.
All right. Now,
Like,
No, I do the whole thing.
of course, could we do this
I
better?
feel like he'd never stop running.
We could, couldn't we? This is right in here, yeah?
How can you sit on your ankle?
So it is 7.
I could not do that.
I know, right?
How many steps are here?
Such bad ankles when you only one.
Oh, no, I run with this.
49 to 64. How many steps? 15. How many steps did we take?
It makes me feel taller.
2.5. Is that allowed? So what do we do?
It doesn't.
7 and 5
It
30th.
strengthens your ankle.
Cool? Now,
Sitting on it
Yes.
until your ankle just.
Yeah, I lift up my hand.
Stop talking!
okay, since this is the trial run, you are about up to a minute of detention. And by the way, the whole class will get those detentions, not just the offenders. Because in 17 years of teaching, I have long since recognized that the 3 or 4 people that make a ton of noise that I can hear are used by the other people as cover for their conversation that they can have that they think I don't know where they are having. Do you understand? And this conversation with the person right beside you is just as much wasteful of my time. Clear? Good. Once again, I remind you, the quicker we finish business, the quicker I be quiet and you can talk about whatever you want and not do your work, and then it becomes homework, and then you can complain about the fact that you have too much homework, even though what you really have is a lack of work ethic to get your work done in class. And then tomorrow when I say who did their homework and you all say, not me, I can then say why, and you can say, because I didn't have enough time. Which of course is a lie, because I give you time every class and you have 24 hours between math classes, of which I might need a half hour of. Which is of course 30 minutes out of 24 times 60, which is a whole lot of minutes that you have to spare. Don't even, I've already done the math.
Really?
Yes, many times. So, can I go one step further with this? Yes, I could, if I really wanted to, do 7 and 1/6 by simplifying the fraction. Is everything on the bottom of the screen correct?
Yes.
Yes. It is just different degrees of your own understanding. I remind you again, the stuff in red is mandatory. That is the, C- level of learning. Okay? That is the basis for everything in the assignment I'm about to give you. Okay? You will be able to do everything in the textbook if you understand this. Okay? All right, let's go on. Turn the page over.
Oh my gosh, we're done.
Yep, this is the last page, which is why you have a quiz, a review, and a test coming up. Because we are finishing the unit. Now, you guys are already aware of this because we have already done. Do not write this down. You've already seen it today. The square root of 16 over 81 is the same as the square root of 4 over this. It's the same as the square root of 16 over the square root of 81, which is 4 over 9, yes? If this is true, and it happens once in math, then what happens every time you try to take the square root of a fraction? What are you doing?
Doing the same thing.
The same thing. You take the square root of the numerator, which is 3, over the square root of the denominator, which is 10. Now, is either one of them a perfect square? No. Blech. So, could we do what we already did with 3 and 10? Would that be okay?
Yes.
Yes, it would. Would that be a lot of work?
Yes.
Yes, it would. So math guys have invented yet another way to help you out here. Here is what it is. Is 3 close to another perfect square?
Yeah.
What?
4.
4. So the square root of 3/10 is approximately, that's what that symbol means, approximately, I'm lazy, I'm only going to write approx, is approximately the same as 4 over, what's a perfect square that's close to 10?
9.
9. Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
3 out of 10, 4 out of 9, they're pretty close, aren't they? In fractions, right?
Yeah.
8.
What is the square root of 4/9?
3.
What's the square root of 4 over the square root of 9?
3 twos.
2/3. So if this square roots to this, and this is approximately this, then doesn't it follow that the square root of 3/10 must be approximately 2/3? Does everyone understand that?
Yes.
Since we know there isn't going to be an exact answer, correct? Because they aren't perfect squares, is it all right to estimate this way? Mm-hmm. Of course it is. So, we are going to do the first one together. I look at 23 and 80 and I say to myself, self, neither 23 nor 80 have a square root, do they? Are they on our perfect square list?
Nope.
No, because you all, of course, have memorized it, yes? No, I'm just joking. They're not, are they? But 23 is awful close to what? 25. And 80 is awful close to what?
81.
81. So isn't 23 over 80 awful close to 25 over 81? Now please look. There's another symbol there with the little dot over the equal sign. What do you think that means?
Approximately.
That's another symbol for approximately.
Yay.
So, what is the square root of 25 over 81?
5 and
5 over 9. So if 25 over 81 is 5 over 9, and 25 over 81 is approximately 23 over 80, then doesn't it stand to reason that 23 over 80 square root is around 5/9?
Yes.
Is everyone cool with this?
Yes.
All right? You try B.
8 is close.
Just, James, please. There are some people that would like to attempt it and make sure they actually know what to do. Okay? You're welcome to think it through in your head. You could probably even whisper it, but not loud enough for other people to hear, because I'd like them to have a chance to try it. No, because I'm not done teaching. As well you know. Anyone want the pen? Oh yeah, tough guy. Hey, Karina.
I'm thinking about it.
Here he is, right? I could have done it. Meh, meh, meh.
I'll do
Okay,
it.
here you go, big shot.
I'll do it.
You gonna talk, or do I have to announce it too?
You can announce it.
Oh, I can announce it too? Here comes big man on campus, James Kozolowski, stepping up to the plate. He sits down. We're speaking metaphorically, Xavier. He's bigger than you because you're still sitting at your desk. Oh, yeah. Give me some of this. Hey, Kozolowski, don't leave me hanging. Boom. Here we go. 8 is close to what perfect square? Kozolowski has gone with a 9. Do we like that, class? Oh, he has positive reinforcement. He carries on. 17 is close to what? 16. Do we like that, class? Oh, yay. He's on a roll. 9 over 16. Easy for them to say, right, James? They're not the ones in front of the class with the pressure on.
I don't know why.
Oh, he's getting serious. He's taking his hood off, folks. And he has the square root of 9 to be 3, the square root of 16 to be what looks like another 9, but I know it's a 4. Somehow he's pushed the button, so he didn't actually draw the 4. There it is. Are we happy, class?
I did
Especially Xavier.
it. I did it.
All right. Everybody is good?
My writing's horrible.
Yeah, your writing's a little bad, but that's okay. I'm the one that has to mark it. Now, guys, we've done this with fractions, right? We've done it with numbers, right? So the only other way we use to show numbers is decimals. Yeah? Everybody cool? All right. So read this question to me and tell me where on our number line the 5 and the 6 go. Are they up top where the perfect squares are, or are they down here where the square roots are?
Down.
Read this question.
Down the bottom.
Down at the bottom. Because I want the decimal that has a square root between 5 and 6, correct?
Yeah, I know.
So what is the square of 25?
25.
Shut up, Emily! What is the square of 5?
25.
Brilliant, class!
Oh, yeah.
What is the square of...
36. 36.
Thank you! Shut up! It's not as easy as you think. Now, guys, answer me this. How many decimals are the right answer?
Infinite.
Infinite.
Well, there's actually an end to this if we...
So, any decimal between 25 and 36 will give me a square root between 5 and 6, won't it?
Yes.
Will 25.0000000001 work?
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because that's past 25. Right?
Oh, it is too.
Will 25 work?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well.
need between 5 and 6. Will 25 work?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because 25 is just 5.
But it's between it.
It is
still,
not
in a way.
between.
It is.
Take a shot at a goal in hockey. If it hits the post, it's only a goal if it goes between the posts, yes?
But if it...
Zzzz!
There's still a chance.
Gets it going there.
Yeah, exactly.
Is 24.99999 okay? No.
That one's wrong.
Is 35.99999 okay?
Yes.
Yes. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes.
All right. You need 10 seconds to finish this up.
What?
I need any decimal between 7 and 8. So what's it got to be between?
6. I mean,
What?
the word.
49,
49 and...
64.
So any decimal between 49 and 64 will work.
50.
50. Choose 50. Let's check. Square root of 50 on our calculator is going to be 7.03 or something. Is that between 7 and 8?
Yes.
Tickety-boo. Would every single number between 49 and 64 work?
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
65.
Pardon me? 65? 55. 55 would work. Of course it would. Because it's between 49 and 64. Okay? Last one, and then you're free. 11 and 12. So what's it got to be between?
I'm not sure.
11 squared is what?
121.
121.
And the other
And
one's 141.
12 squared is 144.
144.
So
Four.
any decimal between 129 and 144. Which decimal?
Awkward.
Then
Which decimal?
the decimal afterwards.
Which decimal?
Any decimal.
Any decimal. So somebody give me a decimal between 121 and 144.
122.
Great.
0.5.
Great.
Yeah, I like it.
122.5. Let's check on our calculator. Square root 122.5. Oh, look at that, 11.06. And we wanted between 11 and 12. 11.06. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So 122.5 is one correct answer. One answer out of how many? How many possible answers are there?
Google.
What?
More than a Google.
Infinite.
Infinite answers.
But Google's like.
A Google, the reason Google is named Google is because it's named after a Googleplex, which is one with 100 zeros after it. It's a colossally large number.
It's like this
I wish my
big.
phone was
Okay?
If you're
Now, Maddie, Cian, go pee.
Or I actually think it's longer than this. It's like this big.
You wouldn't even be able to know.
Everybody else.
Arms.
You are working on page 18 and 21. Now, guys, again, I stress to you, this is very important.
Wait, 2 pages to work on.
All right? You saw how quickly the work on page 11 could go, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of work here, is there?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, please notice you have a Schvilkus tomorrow.
Not a
Focus?
Spilkus.
It's a focus. I
Okay.
can't remember.
It's a quiz.
On square
I thought that
roots.
was
We keep switching it.
Tomorrow also you will be doing your review. Now you will notice on your outline I've given you textbook pages, yeah?
Yeah.
Those textbook pages have the answers.
Yeah.
Those are extra credit.
If I answer them,
What I mean by extra credit is if you do them, you'll be better prepared for your exam.
Oh.
Like the goat in Hoodwinked. If you don't,
I haven't seen
and you get a bad mark on your test, what will the reason be?
that
That you didn't practice enough. Did I give you practice you could have done? Yes. If you choose not to do it, whose fault is it?
Ours.
There, see how easy school is?
Sim.
I, tomorrow, will give you a review that you have to do.
So we will review.
Do you
and
understand?
quiz tomorrow.
The review I give you tomorrow, we will mark it on Wednesday. And on Thursday, you will write a test on everything we have done this year. Add, subtract, multiply, divide, fractions, bedmass, and square roots.
that's 5 things. That's not that
CC. I know that. Je sais.
What?
hard. I don't take
Oh,
French.
yeah.
I
Oh, c'est dommage. La française est une belle langue.
Bonjour.
Ha, bonjour. Ha.
Oui.
Je m'appelle Liam, I think.
Oui.
Ciao,
Je m'appelle Monsieur Mears.
Why'd you say
Je
it like
suis un professeur de mathématiques dans l'école Abyssinienne.
that? Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes, s'il vous plaît?
Oui.
Can I actually?
Oui.
Can I go to the washroom?
No.
No, I can't speak French. Ah, help me.
Only sentence I learned
Please.
Quelle surprise.
Please. This
No.
This is a French class. This is a French class.
Mr. Meyer,
Oui.
we got in page 1829.
Hey, who takes French?
We gotta do 1, 2,
Okay, you know how to say the bathroom in French? I don't know how to say that bad.
Mr. Myers,
What?
rescue.
Skip as much as you want.
I really need to go washroom.
I have already told you that I feel these two are too important to do any skipping.
Cry.
If you skip it, that's your problem.
Cassie, did you take French? Dang it. John,
Pardon me?
did you take French?
No. You have until we won't be testing on this till Thursday.
I need to use the washroom and I have to speak French to do it. Stop French class.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I knew it.
Test is on Thursday. So tomorrow and Wednesday, I will ask if you had any problems with these. Right? All of these last
And
ones.
let's.
Okay? And tomorrow we'll be doing an assignment on everything we've done so far. And you'll be writing a quiz. We'll start with the quiz, then you'll work on your review.
Yes.
We will mark it and finish it on Wednesday. Okay? And on Thursday we will have a test on everything.
Toilet.
Is the toilet?
Dang it, I really need to go, please.
Well, Liam's back, so now you may.
I heard you asking from in the
Vas-y.
bathroom.
Vas-y.
Bonjour.
I could like hear him
Bonjour.
trying to ask from the bathroom.
Merci, ça va bien? Ah oui, moi
See, you
aussi.
say whatever he said backwards. You say it, he said it completely backwards if he said
Me too.
Did he not?
Mr. Myers?
No.
What? Have to speak French?
Did you take
No.
French?
Parce que l'élève James
Oh, yeah, I get it.
va à la toilette.
I know, I get it.
Tu vas à la toilette quand James retourne.
You
Oui?
speak, like,
Yes.
Très bien.
Yeah, James is a water right
you're
now.
trying to speak
Gonna
French
come
to
back.
him?
Yeah, go. Right?
Yes. His French would probably be, he could probably do not do bad in French because he speaks Spanish.
That's what I thought at first. I thought you were speaking like Spanish.
No, I don't speak very, very decent Spanish. I can ask, where's the bathroom? I can say, I don't speak Spanish. Do you speak English? I can ask, where's the beer? I can ask, where's the girls? And I can ask, where's the beach? Because anywhere I would go that would speak Spanish would be a place that would have a beach, and I would want to know where the beach was. ¿Dónde está la playa?
What?
Where's the beach?
Oh.
¿Dónde está la baño? Where's the bathroom? ¿Dónde está? I don't actually know. I just say los chiquitas. And no habla español. Tu habla inglés.
I don't speak Spanish. Can you speak English?
Sí. And I can ask for a glass of milk. Vaso y leche.
Do you know what water is?
And plato is plate.
Oh, wait, and
Water is agua.
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 Only word I love in Spanish. Agua.
There's so much agua. No, I stand up forever now. Then I don't have to put my chair away.
You're standing?
Stand.
Get it? Cause you're like, did you get it? Cause you're short.
No, I didn't, Omar.